Okay, now that we have our output image, we want to save it before we combine it to some image styles as well. Now, Python has what we call a CV tool, which allows you to save and write or save your image as well as read your image. Okay, so if you want, you could read this documentation. But in my case, let's just type here's this one, import CV2. So I typed this a while ago, but let's just, if you want, you could type that. And then let's save the image. Okay, so let's just put this down. There we go. All right, let's just create a new code and save the image. So CV2, you have what your IMWrite code, and then your file name. So generated, let's call this generated image, then .jpeg, and then what we want to save, basically our styled image. You don't have to memorize this code, you just have to understand these two parameters. So your file name, and then what are you going to save, okay? The next line of code, don't worry about this one, okay? Then CV2 cv2.color. Then basically what I'm typing here is I'm just converting this. This is just a set of numbers, right? This RGB colors. I'm just converting them back to images. CVT color, that CVT color, that NP squeeze, and then what I'm gonna squeeze now is my styled image. So I'll copy this. Right, I think the styled image should be here. There we go. NP squeeze, okay, times 255, and then comma CV2. So we're gonna convert the color back to um, blue, green, and red. Back, sorry, color to underscore black, green, and red to red, green, and blue. Okay. Let's just check. So this CV2, there's an error here. There we go. Okay. So let's play this and hopefully there are no errors. Unexpected and the file, blah, blah, blah. I think we forgot one semicolon here. Okay, so there you go. Don't forget, you don't have to memorize the code. Just what's important here is this is your file name. And then what we're going to do now is this one, the styled image, which is this picture here. We just made it back to a picture. Okay? Just that's what you have to understand because these are just the two file names or two parameters that you have to change. Now, next, I want to combine now, since we already have this one, what I want to do now is to create another function to combine these different styles. So how do we do that? Okay? If you remember, this is the function to read the file, right? So what I can do, I'm going to create, I'll simply copy this one. Okay? And let's create a code. And then I'll name this, for example, as load image 2. Okay? Then let's create a code, another code again. I'll simply copy our main image and output style, right? Let's call this, for example, main image 2. And then what I want to load now is basically the generated image, this one, the file that we saved. Okay, let's copy this one. And then the output style 2, basically if we use, what did we use? 3, let's try, for example, to combine it with the image style to .jpeg. I'll copy this and I'll paste the path here. Okay, and from there, let's create now again. I'll simply create a code. So notice I don't memorize the code, but by simply copying and pasting it, because I understand the code, it's easy for me to manipulate the code. Then the styled image, I'll simply copy this one. Okay, and styled image 2. Okay, this should now be the main image 2. And then the output style, I could copy this, copy this and paste it here. There we go. And then let's create a code to show the styled image too. So notice, even if you don't understand the code, even if you don't memorize the codes, it's easy to manipulate the codes as long as you understand the code. You don't have to memorize it. And then styled image 2. There we go. Simply copy this and you'll paste it here. Okay? And let's see the output. Okay, styled image 2 is not defined. Oops, we forgot to run our code, our new code. So let's run this, run this, run this, and let's see. Okay, so let's just wait for it until it outputs a new file. Okay, there we go. Oh, so this is now the output. So if you want, you could change it. For example, let's make this one, and let's see the output. Image style 1. Let's play this one. Okay, oops, sorry. Image style 1 dot png. It should be png. Save it. Oh, play that. Sir, image style 1, play this again, and show it again. And let's see. So that's how you manipulate the codes. As long as you understand them, you don't have to memorize them. And another thing, you have your, that's the output, okay? Another thing, you have your TensorFlow hub, and then you could just use now the resources and the models that you want. So that's the end of our lesson, and thank you for watching.